Hi, my dear students. How are you all? I hope all of you are feeling great. So, today we have our basic science class, right? Yes. And are you ready? I see no energy. Tell me loudly, are you ready? Very good. Okay. So, without taking much of the time, let us begin today's class. Okay? So, what was our chapter name? As you all know, it was Know the Plant World Closely. So, we were learning about plants, isn't it so? And we learned so many new things, right, which you did not know about plants. Did you not? And last class, Miss stopped by saying the topic Epiphytes. Do you remember? Yes. And at that time, ma'am told epiphytes is not only one type of plants which depend on other plants. There are many other types too, right? So today we are going to learn about some more types of plants, okay, like epiphytes. What was epiphytes? Epiphytes were plants which depend on other plants only for shelter, right? And they do not harm the host plant. Today at first we are going to learn about parasites, that is parasitic plants. Have you heard about this? No? Don't worry. Today we will learn about the parasites. Today ma'am told that we will learn about parasitic plants, right? Yes. Have you seen the loranthus that grows on a mango tree? When you observe a mango tree, have you seen some other plant creeping over it? Some other plant that is inside the mango tree, on the leaves and all? Now, is that growth of that loranthus good for the mango tree? So, for those who doesn't know, Miss will explain it to you. On the mango tree, another plant grows, okay? And do you know how this plant depends on the mango tree? What it does is, how does a plant prepare food? Through photosynthesis, right? And they need water and minerals, isn't it so? Yes. So, what does this do? Instead of absorbing water and minerals on its own, this loranthus plant takes the water and minerals of the mango tree. What does it do? It takes the water and minerals from the mango tree. So what happens? Will the mango tree get enough water and minerals to prepare its own food? No. So loranthus is harmful to the mango tree, right? Yes. Now there is another food which is a yellowish green color climber. This will show you the picture here. This is called the cuscuta. Okay. And what does this cuscuta do? It spreads over a plant. It's one yellowish green color. Okay. This plant you saw, right? It falls on another plant. Okay. It grows on another plant. And this plant is also a parasite. But this one is more harmful for the plant. Why? Because the other plant prepares its own food, which loranthus prepare its own food, but it absorbs water and minerals from mango tree. Cuscuta absorbs the food from other plants, from the plants they grow on. They directly take the food, but loranthus prepare food in the leaf but absorb water and minerals required for it. But cuscuta is more cunning and lazy. Why? because it takes the food itself from the plant, from the host plant. Right? Yes. Total parasites live on other plants and also depend on them for the food also, the shelter, food, everything. They absorb food completely from the host plant. So it is harmful for them. We learned about Rafflesia. When did we learn? We learned it in our 3rd standard. The biggest, the largest flower in the world, right? Rafflesia is also a parasitic plant. It depends on other plants for food. Okay? Now look at the green box. This is going to summarize about parasites, and this is what you have to learn. Plants that absorb water and minerals from the host plant and prepare their own food with the help of their leaves are known as semi-parasites. Example, Loranthus. What is it saying? Plants that absorb water and minerals from the host plant. Host plant means the main plant, okay, the one who is helping the other plant, and prepare their own food with the help of leaves. That is, they only absorb water and minerals and prepare their food in their own leaves. Such plants are known as semi-parasites. What are they known as? They are called semi-parasites. Example, Loranthus. So, plants that absorb water and minerals from the host plant and prepare their own food with the help of the leaves are known as semi-parasites. So, now in this example, only Loranthus is given. What about Cuscuta? That comes next. Plants that absorb food directly from the host plants are called total parasites. Now what does this do? Even though they have leaves, they won't prepare food. Instead, they absorb food directly from the host plant. Okay. So for that, total parasite example is Cuscuta. Both the semi-parasites and parasites are harmful for the host plants. Right? Both the semi-parasites and the total parasites. Why? Because it takes the food from the plant, right? In the first case, it absorbs the water and minerals. Doesn't the host plant also require that to make food? Yes, right? Yes. So next, we are going to learn about another type. Now, what all types did we learn? We learned about epiphytes. Then we learned about parasites. In parasites, we learned about 2 semi-parasites and total parasites. Now we are going to learn the third one, that is from decomposed remains. What is this decomposed remains? The dead and decaying matter, right? Yes. What is decomposed? Have you seen you put waste, right, outside in the mud? After digging a pit, you put the waste in, right? You are decomposing the waste, okay? So, some plants grow from absorbing nutrients from this waste, okay? Such plants are known as saprophytes. What are they called? The saprophytes. The plants that grow absorbing nutrients from decomposed matter are called as saprophytes. Once more, plants that grow absorbing nutrients from decomposed matter are called saprophytes. Alright. So we learned about epiphytes, parasites and saprophytes. So now let's look for an example and experiment and some more about what did we learn now? Saprophytes. Okay. So now we have an experiment. But before that, I want to ask you a question. Have you seen the pickle? You all like eating pickle, right? It's yummy. Yes. Which pickle do you like the most? Mango. Okay. Lime, lemon. Okay, nice. So each one of you have your own favorite pickles. But pickles, when kept, like when the lid is not closed tightly, we keep it for some days, what happens? Can you see a small layer formed on the top? Yes, right? What are they? Known as the fungus, the fungi. Okay. So now this activity, if you are interested, you can try it at home. Okay. What does this activity say? Soak a piece of bread in water. Okay, you have to soak a piece of bread in water and keep it aside. Observe it through a hand lens after 2 days. So when you take a bread, put some water on it and keep it aside for 2 days. Okay, what will happen? When you look through your naked eyes, you will see a green patch, so many green patches here and there. What are they? They are fungi. Okay. When you look it through a hand lens, if you have, you can see small growings on it. Okay. Like this. You have to draw this picture in your notebook. Now fungi growing on this bread, the pickle which ma'am told at the first, etc. are also saprophytes. Okay. They are also known as saprophytes. But fungi do not belong to the plant family. Okay, fungi is not in the plant family, but they are also saprophytes. Cool? Yes. Now have you seen mushrooms? Have you eaten them? Mostly everyone must have eaten mushrooms with pizza, right? Yes. So mushrooms popping up like umbrellas. Have you seen the mushrooms? How does it look like in this picture? It looks like an umbrella, right? Yes. Have you seen this? Really? It looks exactly like an umbrella, right? Yes. So now these are also, mushrooms are not plants. They are fungi, but we can eat them. But in the bread mold, once the fungus come, we cannot eat them. And Miss forgot to say, if you are trying that activity, please do wash your hands very well after observing the bread mold. Okay? Yes. Now, have you seen the mushrooms? Where have you seen it? Where do we find mushrooms? And are all mushrooms of the same size and color? So now mushrooms are there of different sizes and different colors too. Okay, there are brown, white, pink. Okay, there are different types of mushrooms. That is because of the difference in their spore color. Okay, fungus has a thing called the spore, and the color change in that brings the color change in mushroom. And where are mushrooms found? They are found on decomposed wood. Okay, the wood which is cut and left over, we can see mushrooms grow on that, or we can see it growing on the base of the trees, on the down part of the trees. But this mushroom is fungi, right? And the bread mold, you saw all the fungus are saprophytes, but they do not belong to the group of plants. But Miss told types of plants and discussed about saprophytes. And what did ma'am say in the definition? The plants growing by absorbing the nutrients from decomposed matter is known as saprophytes. Don't you want to know the examples in plants? Yes, right? So it is Neotia and Monotropa. Neotia and Monotropa. Okay? So my dear students, that was today's topic. We learned about 2 types of plants more. Which all? We learned about the parasites, and we learned about the saprophytes. Isn't it so? Small topic, but each and everything Miss taught today is important. Okay? So don't forget to learn the definitions and write it down in your notebook. Okay? If you have any suggestion of my class or feedback, you can let me know through the comment box below. So, we can clear all your doubts during the discussion. See you in the next week. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.